Hey, what do you say? It is the Run In Podcast. We're back. We're singing. DJ's getting ready to go to Mexico. What's up, man? I'm Tommy Paradise. What's up, dude?
It's showtime, folks. And yeah, I think you might hear just a little bit more excitement in my voice in this episode because yeah, I'm about to go somewhere and drink a lot.
We might need you to jump on the Instagram and go live while you're drinking with all the mamacitas and
hey, that might not be that bad of an idea. I don't know. Who knows what little madness will come out of my mouth or
content, man.
Yeah, or maybe when I take one of, like how you go to one of those places and you take the shot out of the woman's chest.
Yeah, let's do that. That's called the strip club, isn't it?
No, not in Mexico. Like that's nothing.
Okay,
yeah.
All right. I've never been to Mexico.
Yeah, Cabo. That's a place called The Office, actually. That does that. So you can literally tell people you're going to the office. I love it.
Do you get to do it out of Pam or Angela or
or
like Holly? I'm trying to think of all the women on the pod on the Office that I would want to.
I got you. No, it's gonna be more like Maria or somebody of that kind of name.
I got you. I'm picking up what you're putting down. It is another episode of the Run In Podcast. The Run In Podcast, always brought to you by Figure Collections. Check out figurecollections.com/shop and use the code RUN10 to save 10% on the Cello Toy Retros. Dynamite Kid, the 7-inch is up for pre-order. All kinds of stuff up there. And then, of course, hit figurecollections.com/store for his regular store. And we're getting a giveaway every week from Buy, Sell, Trade Toys. Last week's winner is the Ultimate Warrior and John Cena Battle Pack. This week,
who gives stuff like that away? Come on.
That battle pack we just saw. If you watched our my vlog of Major Wrestling Figure Podcast Live 8, we just saw that at one of the toy stores we went to, and that figure is that battle pack is a pretty penny right now.
Yeah.
So you guys are getting something. You guys are getting some fire.
It's like somebody's grail. And I'm probably not over exaggerating. That is somebody's grail.
It's a great battle pack.
That is being given away.
And it was back when basics were actually toys and not just shit. Our winner this week is What Heck 100 at what Heck 100 on on Twitter. Matthew R. You are our winner this week. Slide in them DMs and we'll get you all set up with Buy, Sell, Trade Toys. I like that
username. What heck? What the heck?
This week, Buy, Sell, Trade Toys is hooking us up with a Keith Lee Elite to give away to one lucky winner. We're changing it up this week, though. Show us that you are subscribed on the YouTube channel or write us a review on Apple Podcasts, and you are automatically entered to win. You don't have to just retweet this week. You actually got to do a little something, and we'll pick a winner for that next week. As I mentioned, we've got the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast vlog. The Live 8 vlog is on our YouTube. I also unboxed the Pro Wrestling Crate this week on our YouTube. It's youtube.com/the Run In Podcast. DJ sent me over a bunch of unboxings that I'm going to cut up and put on to the YouTube channel this coming week.
Yes, sir. That was fun.
Some those good are fun.
I need to do those more often.
Stuff. So, it's some good stuff over there on our YouTube. And of course, all our episodes are on there. Although I think I'm like one or two behind. I was putting up the other stuff and I realized, oh shit, I need to put some of these episodes that are chilling in my on my hard drive here.
You're like the cock, like where your stuff's late. But they started to get their I started to see like the documentaries from the 2010s starting to show up, so they're steadily loading.
They're getting there. We'll talk more about Peacock in a little bit.
Yep.
But what else we got here? No, Blitzkrieg Pro. Let's see. Hold on. Let's make it. Buy, Sell, Trade Toys. He just sent me a message as we're recording. He said, "Let's make it Instagram heavy this week." So you got to share on Instagram on top of what I already said. So show us that you're subscribed on YouTube. Tag us and him on Instagram. He's just at Buy Sell Trade Toys. We are at the Run In Pod, and we'll be good to go. And you guys will be good to go
to bask in the glory of Keith Lee.
Yep, and
future WWE World Champ.
Yeah, and if you're in the New England area, make sure you're coming to Blitzkrieg Pro on Saturday in Enfield, Connecticut. JTG will be there. VSK, a lot of great action will be going down in Enfield, Connecticut. I almost said Hartford, Connecticut, but it's actually in Enfield, Connecticut. It's the 3rd annual Blitzkrieg Pro Luau. Like I said, JTG will be there. We are sponsoring a match, and I'm trying to pull up which match we're sponsoring. Where the heck is it? Where the heck is it?
Get your Hawaiian shirt yet?
No, I'm not wearing a Hawaiian shirt. Screw that. We are sponsoring.
Come on, man. It's a luau.
We are sponsoring a triple threat elimination match between the top dogs, the Legions of Rot, and the competition. The top dogs, if you're not familiar with Blitzkrieg Pro, are 2 females. They are a great tag team. They are a lot of fun to watch. Legion of Rot is 2 masked guys, and I'm not sure who the competition is. So that is the match we're sponsoring. Lots of good stuff on there. Aaron Rourke, who's been on AEW Dark, he will be there as well.
All right.
Lots of good stuff going down with Blitzkrieg Pro. Slade, if you're in the New England area, you know all about him. Like I said, lots of good stuff happening at the Blitzkrieg Pro show this weekend. VSK is taking on TJ Crawford. Blitzkriegpro.net. And you can watch live and free on the @GoPro Wrestling Twitch channel. All right, so DJ, you can watch it while we're there. While me and Logan Paradise are there, we're going to be going, and a couple of friends. So
have a margarita and watch the show.
You can. I'm still not drinking.
That's right. No, I'm talking about me. Like, not you.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's right. You're gonna be in Mexico.
Yeah, about poolside. They got Wi-Fi. They got Wi-Fi down
there. All right. We did a retro rumble this week. We're giving away stuff left and right here on the pod. Dope. We did a retro rumble. It was a good time.
Fun. Yes.
We basically fired up Retromania, and we did their version of a Royal Rumble on the game.
Right.
And everybody got to pick, if you were one of the first 16 people, you got to pick which wrestler you wanted to use. And Shane Ivey won with the freaking blue meanie of all wrestlers that were picked.
Yes.
Blue meanie got the win. And Shane Ivey has a John Cena WWE Elite Legends figure on the way to his house.
We just all kinds of prizes for this show.
I know. We're too nice. We're too giving. Just a programming note next week. We will be DJ will be in Mexico, as we talked about, but we already recorded a watch along. It is Family Feud 1993, 2 episodes with the WWF superstars on it. It was a lot of fun to watch, a lot of fun to do. So stay tuned for that next week. Also, make sure I know I already mentioned it once before, but make sure you write us a review on Apple Podcasts. I know they did some updates to their app, but make sure you write us a review. That helps us out immensely. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Share all our shit and get us out there. And of course, you can go to prowrestlingtees.com/runinpod and grab yourself a t-shirt. DJ, what you got flowing tonight?
I don't have a whole, I got like a half a cup of drip tonight because I'm going to be going somewhere.
I was going to say, and we're starting a little bit early tonight. So a little bit earlier than normal. So, it's West Coast time. So you're out there and it's still,
it's light outside.
It's dinner time, but whatever. Yep. But I've got my Raise Energy going here. I'm showing the camera.
Of course. I ordered a case, by the way.
Did you? And you used our code?
I did.
Fantastic. I've got a flavor here that I have not tried yet. It is South Beach.
Ooh.
It's actually a cool can. Yeah, I was going to say it's a cool can. It's got the NBA trophy. I don't know how good you can see that, but it's there. It's
I like the Miami colors though. Like
it is
Miami.
a very Miami vibe of this can. I haven't tried this one yet, so I will let you guys know once I crack it open. I've got a little bit of water here, but I'm gonna wrap it. You know what? I'm gonna crack it open right now. I'm gonna do a live taste test now.
Live taste test. Here we go.
We're
gonna get a knee-jerk reaction
into it, and you guys can order your Raise energy drink over at Rep Promotions, REPP motions, reppromotions.com. You can try 4 flavors for free. Just pay the shipping. Use our code RUNINPODCAST. That'll save you 15% off your box of Raise. Actually, I haven't ordered any online yet, but I did go to Vitamin World and I grabbed a couple of cans. I haven't ordered any new cans, I should say. And like I said, I saw this flavor and it looked really good to me. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it. And hold on, I'm going to take a sip so we can talk about it.
All right.
Oh yeah, that's really good.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you like what it is, like what the flavor is
cotton
supposed
candy.
To be. But it is really good. It's really fruity. So I went in and one of the guys working at Vitamin Shop was like, have you tried the Baja Blast style of this one? I'm like, yeah, that's what I actually was hoping you guys would have in here. And he's like, yeah, we're all out. He's
fresh
like,
out of them.
Yeah, but it's so good, man, isn't it? And I'm like, yeah, it's probably one of their best flavors. And then I mentioned that they just came out with a strawberry lemonade, and he's like, yeah, we haven't gotten that in yet, but it's coming. So you can also grab them at Vitamin World, but you help us out by buying them on the website and using the code RUNINPODCAST to get 15% off. So it's good stuff. It's got electrolytes. It's 0 sugar, 0 dyes, BCAA aminos, no calories. It's all really good stuff. No crash. It's it keeps you hydrated. It's really good. It's one of the best energy drinks I've honestly had. So, and I'm not just saying that because they are a sponsor of our show. But I'm trying to think if we got anything else to talk about. No, Kenny's corrections. I'm going to call Kenny out, and he's not going to like this here for a second.
Uh-oh.
He hasn't sent us any corrections in a while. He's definitely listening because he'll send us messages about stuff we're talking about. But and he was telling I was calling somebody out last week, and I'm calling you out now, Kenny. Man, you got to let us know if we're making any mistakes. All right. Check out his YouTube channel.
You got people on your heels that will.
Yeah, that want your job.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of good interviews coming to his YouTube channel this month. So stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed to him. Also, real quick before we jump in the ring, I want to give a shout out to Barrio Toys, your boys over there.
Yes.
And they are doing a meet and greet with Penta. Yeah. Meet and greet Saturday, August 7th, 12 to 2 over at Barrios Toys. Meet and greet with Penta from AEW. They just had Sammy Guevara. Obviously, DJ went to that. So stay tuned. There's a photo op, an autograph, a combo, and a VIP, all for sale. 100 Atkinson Street in Roseville, California. Hit up their Instagram page at Barrio Toys, and they will get you all the information that you need over there. To meet Penta. That's going to be a hell of a meet and greet.
And let me tell you, they let you get your time in. Like, that's what I liked about the meet and greet there. And that was kind of a thing that I noticed. That they take, everybody gets to take their time with the talent. That's awesome.
There is a lot of meet and greets coming up. Trying to get to as many as I can that are around here. I know the Outsiders are coming to Heroes Hideout around here. Jerry Lawler is coming. Kane is coming. Kurt Angle's coming next year. There's a lot of good. Dude, Greg the Hammer Valentine was here on Saturday, and I didn't even know about at one of the local comic book shops. And I didn't even know about it till the last minute. And I'm like, oh shit, the kid's got a baseball game. I can't make it. So lots of good stuff happening here in the now that the world's starting to open up a little bit more. Good things are happening. But,
yes.
DJ, you got anything else? I just talked for a really long time. I'm going to take a sip of this Raise energy drink.
You got Barrios in there and
South Beach flavor.
Come see Penta. I bet that's got to be interesting. That's going to be an interesting meet and greet because Penta's got some energy. I
would love to meet him. Obviously, you guys know I'm not a huge AEW guy. I don't hate it. But I would love to meet him. So
no, he's got to be, right now, in my opinion, like he's definitely one of the hot wrestlers in AEW. Putting on some great matches. Been coming out as the Joker.
Yeah, I love that gear. He was actually here for an independent show. Actually, it was a Blitzkrieg Pro show.
Okay.
In like August of 19. It was both the Lucha Brothers. It was like Lucha Brothers, Bret Hart, Orange Cassidy, MJF,
wow.
Boogeyman, Chris Statlander. They were all there. Smart Mark, all there before COVID. So Blitzkrieg does bring the heat with these shows, and usually who they get to come to them. So I'm excited about meeting JTG this weekend. So maybe get him to do a little intro to the show or something. So, but all right, enough chit chat. DJ, you ready to get in the ring?
Yeah, we got some stuff to talk about this week.
Yeah, we do. Let's do it. In the Ring is brought to you by Buy Sell Trade Toys. We told you he's giving us a figure a week to give away. You can also follow him on Instagram. It's at Buy Sell Trade Toys. Use the code RUN10 to save 10% on anything you're buying from him. Even if you're buying it off of Instagram, you can just slide into his DMs and tell him, run 10, or that you heard his ad on the Run In podcast, and he'll give you that 10% off. So he's a great dude and definitely helping us out with giving away a figure every single week. So
wow, we
just had Hell in a Cell, DJ. You and Mike Lanham and Phil, I believe, jumped on after the pay-per-view and did some discussing on our YouTube channel, on the Figure Collections Enthusiast Facebook group, and of course the Fig Cave Facebook group. What was your thoughts, man, on Hell in a Cell? And then I'll give mine. Just a kind of Reader's Digest version of what you said on Sunday night.
Reader's Digest version. I would say it's like we felt like this was like a Monday night. It was like the level of a Monday Night Raw back in the day. Okay. Like when you couldn't wait for Mondays to come around to see Monday Night Raw. So when it was good, Monday Night Raw when it was good. We thought definitely Bianca and Bailey had one of the better matches of the night.
I think I was going to say that I think they stole the show, man. I think they're the best match of the night, and they started the night out. Right.
So, so kudos. And we you got two women that can go and that are very that's two powerful women that are very athletic. So, and I thought they made a good match. I could not turn away. I was like, what's she gonna pull out of from under the ring next? So yeah, hair came into play and everything. So loved it.
Worst match of the night by far was Alexa Bliss and Shayna Baszler. Just not. Yeah, exactly. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, I feel like could fight 1,000 times. They probably have at this point, honestly.
They probably have, yeah.
And every single time it's good. Every single time it's good.
That's why you could tell they kind of put them in last minute. They're like, okay, we need another match. Who can give us a match? And we know it will be solid. Oh, let's get Sammy and KO, and we know that that match is going to be solid no matter what.
Yeah, and I feel like they kind of did the same thing with Rollins and Cesaro. It's like there was this match was announced 2 days before it. Mm-hmm. When we did our predictions last week, we didn't even have that match.
What do we have? 4 or 5 matches?
Yeah, we had 4 matches that we made predictions on, and there ended up being, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the pre-show. So 7 matches altogether. So 3 were missing when we did our picks last week. So,
right. And then that's with us counting the Roman match, right?
Right. Oh no, we didn't. We didn't count
okay.
That. No,
okay.
Because it was already announced for SmackDown.
Oh, okay.
We'll get more into that in a little bit. Rhea Ripley and Charlotte was kind of confusing to me because
I don't know if they're I'm starting to think they're just not, they don't have the in-ring chemistry is what I'm starting to feel.
It was a decent match, but what bothers me is that a Hell in a Cell match is supposed to be no DQ. Exactly. And Charlotte won by DQ. That's not supposed to happen. Raw. Right. That's not supposed to happen. I get they're trying to make that into an angle, but it's just it's like when they say, oh, nobody can get into the cell. Someone always finds a way.
MVP ended up in the cell.
Yeah, exactly.
No, the match you're talking about though was not a Hell in a Cell. That was a singles match.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. But
that makes
like
more sense then.
That made for that particular match, it made sense. But just like, I mean, I think I'm just ready for this rival. Like I've seen enough of them go against each other is what I feel. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say it wasn't a solid match, but I just don't think they have the chemistry to keep you involved for a half hour. You know what I mean? So I think we can move on. Like somebody, jump Charlotte or something and start another program. Like, because let's see Ripley. I think Ripley is better, kind of like almost with every tall power wrestler. Like they're better with quick, like shorter, quick people. Like those matches are more interesting.
I was thinking that with the Undertaker. Like I was kind of, not that Charlotte's on the Undertaker's level, but similar. She's so big and Shayna's so big. Like it's hard for them to do things. In my mind.
Or Rhea, you mean?
Rhea, yeah. Sorry. Who did I say? I said Charlotte and who?
Shayna.
Oh, Shayna. Yeah.
Yeah, Shayna's like probably 5'4", maybe.
Right. And I did. It's funny. I don't know why I thought Charlotte and Rhea was a Hell in a Cell match. I did watch this pay-per-view. I don't know why I was.
Yeah. I think that was a singles match.
It feels like Sunday was a lifetime ago at this point.
It does. No, this was a long week. For some reason, it was a long week. Maybe
we didn't even talk about Father's Day, man. Hope you had a good Father's Day.
Oh, I did have a good Father's Day. Yeah, like I don't know, like well, you guys know BJ's. Like I saw them on the tournament, like the restaurant tournament. They if you go there on Father's Day weekend, you get a free pint glass.
Oh, you told me that when we were there in Albany, and I forgot.
Yeah, so I got my free pint glass and
nice,
happy guy.
Nice, excellent. Drew McIntyre and Lashley. This is another one where I'm just like, all right, what's next? Like Lashley obviously beats McIntyre. But like, what is this leading to? Like Drew McIntyre can't get another title shot at this point.
He's gonna have to go for the IC if he wants some kind of a title.
Yeah, nor should he. And we'll get into this here in a little bit. But are we going to really get Lashley and Brock at SummerSlam? You think?
It's starting to walk us to that, isn't it? Let's see what happens at Money in the Bank, and like we're gonna end up talking about Money in the Bank shaping up here. But let's let me see him first. Like let me see Brock first before I start to believe all, because I'm hearing Brock, I'm hearing John Cena, I'm hearing The Rock. Hold on, let's see who actually walks through the curtain and is involved before I get excited about anybody.
Yep. Yeah, I'm with you, man. And obviously at Money in the Bank, again, we'll talk about it in a little bit, but it's not Drew McIntyre.
It will not be Drew McIntyre.
Bobby Lashley. It is going to be Kofi Kingston.
Kofi. We could have Kofi Mania too. Like it could.
I kind of hope so. And then Brock will come back and beat him in 30 seconds.
Or maybe he can get his vindication from that.
So one thing I wanted to bring up with this pay-per-view, I had a hockey game, as you guys know. That's why I was on the post-game show.
Of course.
I came home, popped a couple edibles.
Okay.
And then I was watching the pay-per-view.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there watching, and Drew McIntyre goes through a table, or one of them goes through a table, or Lashley, I can't remember which. But they're laying there on the floor, and then all of a sudden a hand comes out from underneath the ring. And I'm like, what in the hell? Like, I thought that was my gummies working against me. Right. And then come to find out. So, like, my son was still awake at this point because he came with me to my hockey game. No school in the summer or whatever. Let him stay up, hang out. Right. We're watching this, eating some McDonald's. And I'm like, bro, did I just see what I think I saw? He's like,
help
what?
Me out.
I'm like, did you see that hand? And he's like, no, I didn't see it. I'm like, there's somebody under the ring. Somebody's going to come out from under the ring. I thought maybe it's Bray. Maybe Hornswoggle's coming back. Right. I didn't really think it was Hornswoggle. But, like, I was just like, what the hell is going on here?
Right.
And then I didn't really see anything about it like before I went to bed that night. And then the next morning I start seeing people sharing the video and stuff. I'm like, oh my God, thank God. It was not just me.
It's not
like,
just the gummies.
Yeah, it wasn't the gummies, just making me a little cuckoo. It was legitimately a random ass hand from underneath the ring moving the table. So weird. So weird.
So they had
who was that?
So
who was
maybe
that?
it's just like one of the engineers, or that's supposed to have the props ready, and they probably the camera might not have should have been pointed that way, is what I'm starting to think.
Yeah.
So
yeah, obviously, yeah.
That's a botch. But yeah, you just had the people under there that was helping them get the props from underneath the ring.
So weird, man. So weird.
Especially without there being a live crowd. Now, there's probably people all over the place.
Yeah, and it's crazy that we've never seen that before. That's kind of where I was going with that. Is like we've never seen something like that happen. Like I've never seen a hand come out from underneath the ring just randomly like that. It was so weird.
Not for somebody that's not going to run it, like you said, that's not going to run in the match.
Yeah.
So I really feel like it's one of the ring hands that were probably assigned to at a certain spot to help them get the table or whatever from underneath the ring, and the camera should not have been pointing there.
Right.
Kind of like the ending of some of these AEW matches. I think we make fun of them, but sometimes it was just bad production.
Yeah, absolutely. So now it's time to talk about actually, you got anything else to throw in about Hell in a Cell?
No, I just thought kudos to, we had a women's match, like you said. I think that most people will say was the best match of the night. We got to see Bianca Belair have a tough match, not a match where she can just flip all over the place and end up winning. Like, she had to fight. So that kind of gives you some cred as a champion when you do that. So yeah, let's see let's see if she keeps going.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't have anything else to add to it. But we do have to go over our picks here.
Right.
we both picked Alexa Bliss. Alexa kind of got the win.
I was like, there's no way that somebody else is gonna win that match.
And then we got let's see, we got Bailey and Bianca. You picked Bianca. I picked Bailey like an idiot.
Like an idiot.
And then so Bianca obviously got the win. That's 2 for you, 1 for me. We both picked Rhea. Technically, Rhea did not win. So that's a wash. And then I picked Drew McIntyre. Right. You picked Lashley. You end up winning the belt back 3-1. So that is coming back to California.
I'm gonna say, I kind of like the idea we had.
So have 2 of them.
And then so whoever's champ displays it
in the background or something. I didn't even bring it up. It's still down. It's downstairs in my dining room right now. But
so yeah,
congratulations, sir.
It's going cross country.
Yeah, especially I just realized the other day, sending something to California, the price has gone up. So,
yes, it has.
I mean, I have something I have to send you anyway, but I've been slacking. It's been sitting back here, and I have to send it to you, but I've been slacking. So, all right. Next up, we'll dive into each of our top 3 items of the week in wrestling.
Sure.
Well, my first one is just don't forget AEW is on Saturday this week, not Friday, and then they're back to Wednesday next week. So we'll talk more AEW when DJ comes back. It's kind of been off my radar just because it hasn't been on the normal night. Actually, I was gonna say I'm at the Blitzkrieg show Saturday. I was gonna say maybe I'll watch it on Saturday night, but maybe if it's on when I come home. So. We'll see.
Well, honestly, that the last show was pretty average. Honestly, I did watch it. And I'm the guy. If you want to say I'm the guy that's a little bit more liberal with AEW,
yeah.
And I'm gonna just say it was average. I don't think it was like a A+ show on Friday. But let's see what you're gonna be on Saturday night. I think they should come with the heat.
Yeah.
Because I know they got Firefest and stuff coming up too. So
I think with it being on a Saturday night, man, it's not in their favor. Like NHL playoffs are still going on, NBA playoffs are still going on. There's so much other stuff. It's summertime. Like even my trivia nights, man. I know it's not AEW wrestling, but they're like the numbers are down only because it's nice out. Everybody wants to be outside doing stuff.
Right.
Like, you know, it's the week before 4th of July. I don't see them drawing in a huge number here on a Saturday night.
The numbers have not been very good.
Right. We talked about it last week where the Friday night time slot has not been good to them. So,
whereas like, you know, you got SmackDown doing like, didn't one of the weeks do 2 mil? I
think so. Yeah.
So, you know, so their Friday night's working.
Yeah. Yep.
I think again, like it's time for anybody that if you're still on the Roman Reigns hater train, like you might want to jump off now. Like,
he's doing some great work, man. He is doing some great work.
It's time to jump off that train.
I'm just gonna bring up my number 2 here because you know we were just talking about Hell in a Cell, and I meant to bring this up while we were talking about it. But in your opinion, is the Hell in a Cell losing its luster by it being on SmackDown Friday night with the Roman and Rey Mysterio match, and then again on Monday night it was used? Like, I get that they can do that because they're in the Thunderdome now. They're not transporting it, you know, from arena to arena. I remember like when they first did the Hell in a Cell. I don't know if it's the one that they have now, but it had to be in a certain sized arena because it was so big.
Right.
So maybe they're just taking advantage of, you know, having it easily accessible to them. I think it takes away from like the specialty of it, where it's like, oh, this is going to be on SmackDown or this is going to be on Raw. Like, keep it for the pay-per-view. What's your thoughts?
Yes, I'm going to even piggyback on that and say it should not only be for pay-per-views, but it should be for like a feud that's like out of control. It should be for a championship. Nothing else. Like, I agree. Lashley having a random match with Xavier Woods. Not that they had a bad match, by the way. Like that, those who did not see that match, it was actually a decent match. But for it to be on Raw, no, like don't do that just to get a few rating points on Raw.
Yep, I agree. All right, DJ, give me your number 1, man.
Let's see. So going back to AEW, we're about to have Jungle Boy versus Kenny Omega for the title. What your thoughts? Like, I don't know if you like kept up with these two. Right, I have quite a few not
been keeping up with AEW. I'm sorry, guys. Just the time, like I said, the time slot isn't working for me with everything else going on. But I like this. I like giving Jungle Boy's not going to win, but I like giving him this opportunity. Let's see what he can do in a main event match. And you know, like let's do it. Let's see what he can do. He won that. Forget what the hell it was called, but he won that match
chip. He won the chip.
Yeah, he won the poker chip. So let's see what he can do. I'm here for it, man.
All right, like one thing I will give to folks that are having title matches with Kenny Omega, like I got made fun of when I said, "Hey, Orange Cassidy is a main event wrestler," and I'm going to triple down on that. He showed it. Like he showed you he's a main event wrestler. If you don't believe me, go watch the triple threat again.
Yep.
So this gives Jungle Boy, who, like, you know, I'm kind of excited about this match because Jungle Boy is a wrestler that I've seen a lot of going to the APW shows here in Daly City. And he's there he's always on the card. And, you know, I like the gimmick, you know, I like the theme song before he got on AEW. So now here it is, a guy I used to see for, you know, $20 on a Friday night. Now here he is going for the world title. I'm kind of excited about this.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I hope they do something where, you know, he does surprise you and wins. I love that shit. Like when wrestling throws something at you that you're not expecting, that's when it's the best.
And he's so over. Like he's over. Like he's gets a huge pop every time people see him.
Right. Like I don't think they can go wrong if they put the belt on them.
No,
I just don't think
you
they're
got
gonna
Omega with 8 belts. Like, you know, which one of them?
You want to go to one of your others since I already did 2 of mine?
Sure. Let's go. Like, so the Eva Marie and I'm sorry, I'm calling her Piper Nevin. I'm not. So, I think this is part of like I think Dewdrop is not gonna end up being her name. Like I think that was to start this rivalry that Eva Marie names her Dewdrop. Did you see her face when she said this is Dewdrop? And then she made this face like, what the hell?
What does that even mean?
Yeah, and then and then that's even what the commentators were even saying. What does that even mean? And then she turned on her, right? So I think that's part of the storyline that to give her that silly name, and then I think we're gonna, and then I think her name is gonna end up being Piper Nevin. So that I just want to, because some people again having that knee jerk reaction. Dewdrop, here we go. WWE's dropping the ball again. Hold on. I think they're playing you right now.
Yeah. Eva Marie randomly showed up on the WWE alumni page today. Mm-hmm. And then quickly, I guess it was a glitch or something. She was quickly back where she was supposed to be. So people, of course, were talking like, what the hell, why is this happening?
She break her neck again?
So
she just went in for a pin in the whole match.
So yeah, there you go. Man, Eva Marie. Ugh. Anyway, I don't mean looks wise. I just mean wrestling wise.
I'd like to see her act like, so we've yet to really see her wrestle. Like, I've heard she's done, been doing some work. So I'd like to see her in a match, and then I will make my call on that. Like, but in the past, I agree with you. No, she was very, very, very stiff.
Yep. We've already got so one of the other things I was talking about is Money in the Bank is shaping up already. It is July 18th, which actually isn't that far away. Right. We got Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte again. I know you're excited for that, DJ, as we talked about. We talked about Lashley and Kofi. You think they're gonna like? I'm wondering when they're gonna break Kofi and Xavier Woods up. I don't think it's a matter of if. I think it's a matter of when. But we'll see what happens.
It's a tough one because you have guys that have in shoot interviews saying they don't want to. They don't. They think it's kind of cliche. Like A, they like being together. B, they think it's just kind of cliche to have a group that is successful and then break them up.
Right. So they know dumbasses like me are expecting it.
Yeah. So it's like, why not just, that's it. They're just all the way. They're together all the time.
Sure.
Rock and Roll Express, for example, never broke up.
Yep. That's true. So still together to this day.
Exactly. Winning still, 70 years old, winning tag team titles.
Still wrestling.
So that's what I'm saying. So who knows if that ever happens, to answer your question. I'm still, let's see what happens in this title match. And, I am one that I would love to see Kofi win this thing and then beat Brock Lesnar. Like that would make me happy. That I would pop for that.
Yeah. I would be all for that as well. Like, I don't know what Goldberg's contract status is. I know it's or not Goldberg. Fuck. Brock's contract.
Hopefully Goldberg will not show up.
I was gonna say like Brock and Goldberg are different, but kind of the same where they show up when they want to.
Right.
I know Goldberg has like one more match under his contract or 2 more matches. I think it's 1 more. Mm-hmm. So I was wondering, obviously Brock, I think has been a free agent, but I was going to say like, it'd be funny if like he's, Brock comes back and he's just putting people over, but that'll never happen. That would never happen.
No, it'll have to be, you got to, move the sun and the earth,
right,
to beat Brock Lesnar.
Right.
And then how about our participants that so far that have qualified for Money in the Bank? You got the new look Ricochet.
Yep.
I kind of digging the kind of the jeans and taped hands.
I actually have not seen that yet, so
yeah,
I'm slacking.
And not as many flips. Like he doesn't do as many flips now. It's more like he's kind of a brawler that just is agile, is what he's. He kind of changed his style up.
He's settled down a little bit.
Yes, down. And because I think what's starting to happen in wrestling in general, because even my daughter now, she was talking about this, like just we're driving in the car and just out of the nowhere she starts talking wrestling with me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and she goes, I think just the Superman baby face is just no more. Like I think nobody wants to see that anymore. Like the white, so she didn't know the term white meat baby face, but yeah, but that's what she was talking about. And so the guy that comes out and that has a big old smile and it's like, dude, you're about to fight. Like what?
Right.
So for him so these wrestlers now coming out with a little bit more attitude. Like, so my daughter had a hard time. Like, yeah, she I kind of joke around how she does not like the heel turn of Roman.
Right.
At first.
Yep.
But then during the match on Friday, she's like, but I can't root against him. Like I'm starting to like the character. So it's like, exactly. So to prove her point,
they got you.
Yeah. And it's the guys with a little bit of attitude is what we like to see, even if it's the good guy.
Right. So. Absolutely. So, all right. Last thing. Oh, we got more Money in the Bank talk here real quick. We got Asuka, Naomi, and Alexa Bliss and Super Nikki Cross already announced or already qualified for the Money in the Bank women's ladder match. And then we got Ricochet, as we talked about. Yeah,
bunch of competitors there.
Yep. And then we got Ricochet, John Morrison, Riddle, AJ Styles, or Randy Orton, or Drew McIntyre versus 4 others, according to Wikipedia. So it's already taking shape here. And over the next couple of weeks, obviously, we'll get some more. But there's already 4 matches. That's how many matches we had listed with like 2 days to go with Hell in a Cell the other day. So, yeah, what can you do? All right, DJ, last thing you wanted to talk about was Diamond Mine. Hit me with it, bro.
I just kind of like the swerve that NXT did. Like they said something about diamonds before the show started. I'm quite sure, like all of us smarks out there was like, oh, here we go. This is gonna be because Tessa Blanchard's thing is diamonds.
Yeah, right. We were talking about that in the group chat.
And then they totally curveball, and I loved it. Like I just love when whatever either company, AEW or WWE, fool me. I like to be fooled.
Yeah.
And they certainly did. And they had Roderick Strong come out with a group. Like he's like, you know what? Okay, that my group broke. Okay, I got something for you. Oh my beer. Yeah. and he came out with his own faction.
I'm here for it, man. I'm loving what NXT's doing. We've talked about it the last few weeks where they're not getting their due. I don't know what else they can do to get, more viewers or whatever, but like that Kyle O'Reilly against Kushida match was dope.
Man.
Even like you got Hit Row coming, and that's the dude from Hidden Treasures.
Exactly.
Like that's that was an awesome match. Even Frankie Monet and Elektra Lopez, I thought was good. Just like good to see, like they've got all this new talent
getting her footing. Yeah.
Oh, and I don't know how I could forget about Johnny Gargano and Austin Theory,
right?
And Pete Dunne and Orny Larkin. With everything going on with that was like the match of the night. I thought that was such a good match. I know this is not a popular opinion. I don't care. I love Johnny Gargano.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, that should not be controversial at all.
No, but I see a lot of other people are like, "Oh, I hate Johnny Gargano. I hate his character. He's just being this. He's just being that." I fucking love him.
They're too caught up in being like, look, they want to look backstage and watch the show at the same time.
Right.
When they say something like that, I'm like, no, you got to pick one.
Yeah,
you got to pick one. So, and you can't do both. You got to pick one. I want to like there's a phrase that I'm going to like I want to give the proper credits to. So there's a podcast that I enjoy, Jobber Tears podcast. They said like so after this NXT show, they're like, okay, we're gonna stop calling it the main roster in NXT. They're gonna call it the flagship roster. And then there's NXT. So that way you're not saying so it's almost like a parallel move when people are going from NXT to the flagship roster instead of saying they moved down or they moved up, because it's not fair to NXT anymore to say that people are moving down when they go to NXT. You got, as you can see, even when you're in NXT, you got to come with it now. Like right. they're consistently putting on shows. And if you're wrestling fans and all my AEW brethren out there that say, hey, I like AEW because I like the wrestling, watch NXT. Just give it a shot. Give it a shot. You gave AEW a shot. Like you were willing to say, okay, I'm not watching WWE anymore, and let me give this show a shot. Give NXT a shot on its own. Like, go ahead and forget about Vince McMahon, forget about what you think about roster cuts or whatever, and just watch this show and then come back and talk to me.
Right. I had that conversation. I'm trying to be more and more like this. I had this conversation with actually at the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast Live 8 show with the OG Fig Kid from Turnbuckle Tavern. I had this conversation because I'm always going back and forth with Turnbuckle Tavern, mostly joking about, they love AEW. And they hate WWE. And I'm always like, no, but here's what's wrong with AEW. So we've talked about going on that show and like doing their debate show. Yeah. And I was talking about that with him. And I'm like, honestly, dude, I just want to sit back and enjoy watching wrestling. Like, and it's hard to do that with AEW and WWE. It's hard to do it with both at times. But right. NXT, man, it's like week in and week out. I don't have, I mean, obviously there's something you could complain about every single week, but it's just for whatever reason, the show is more consistent. They're doing more storytelling. I'm enjoying it, man. I am enjoying it.
I think because like, again, it's just like everybody that's had that, like, I'm going to use the NFL as an example, or whatever sports team that's had an old owner that has to be involved in everything. So like, I'm a Raiders fan, so I remember when Al Davis going towards the end. I'm pretty sure Dallas Cowboy fans right now, right? They had success doing this one thing 20 years ago. And they're like, I had success. I'm going to keep trying to do that. But you have Triple H and Shawn Michaels that have successfully bridged like the old way to do things and the way we like to see wrestling now. Yep. And they successfully put those things together, like and gave us a hybrid. And I think that's what we're seeing with the NXT show.
Yeah. It's good
because AEW, I will admit, like, so again, I actually, I enjoy the show, but it could be like, it's too much of the new stuff. Like, it's too much. Like, I'm in a fight, and then now I'm about to do like everybody's gonna gather around on the floor and let me do a flip on everybody in the middle of this fight where we don't like each other and we're supposed to be fighting. No, like that's where I'm like, okay, I'm out. Let me go get a beer now.
Right.
So, NXT, they're like, when there is a rivalry, there's a Pete Dunne comes out, you're about to fight. You're not about to do a bunch of flips.
Right. I agree with you, man. I agree 100%. Sorry, I'm sending. I'm a little distracted. My kid had a baseball game tonight. Somebody just sent me the videos of his 2 hits. So I was sending them. Sending them to his phone. So first All-Star game for the All-Star tournament, he went 2 for 3, 3 RBIs or 2 RBIs, a double. He killed it tonight. So, and his team won 11-1. So
we might have to put some run-in banners at the at the Little League games.
He might have his own baseball cards coming soon. Actually, not anything I did. I did not do that, but somebody else did it. maybe some more details on those coming next week. So if you guys want some Logan Paradise autograph cards, it might be able to happen. But sorry, I got distracted there.
Price when he makes it to the league, when he makes it to the show. Like, dude, I got his card at 8 years old. What?
He's 10. He's 10. 10
years old. Like, what are you gonna do?
All right, lots of news this week. We got the cock is coming to Amazon Fire Sticks finally. Although the article I was sent said it was like it should be available today. I haven't seen it yet today, so I don't know if that's a lie or we're just still waiting or what the deal is.
Or maybe you need a you got to wait for the software update.
Maybe, I don't know, but the article that I was sent from like Hollywood Insider or something like that said it was available now. I have not been able to find it, but I'm excited for that.
No, that's good. Like, because there's some people that's how they watch TV is on an Amazon product. So I'm happy for those folks.
I just can't wait to be able to I know I could have side loaded it on the Fire Stick, but I have 3 Fire Sticks and I have not been able to watch WWE Network on any of them, which drives me crazy because in my office, that's where one of the Fire Sticks are. I end up putting it on my laptop and going to a separate monitor. It's just a pain in the butt.
So I've been lucky, and I know I've been lucky. So I have a TCL. That's my big screen TV. That has the cock. Apple TV has the cock. My PlayStation has the cock. So it's we got a sausage party in here with watching WWE.
It's true. Speaking of the cock, I'm all distracted by the cock. Broken Skull Sessions is on there. There's a new episode with Mick Foley. I started watching it today. It's very good. Very good.
As usual. Mick, I can, in fact, next time I see, because I see he does stand up.
Yep.
I'm going next time. I'm going next time I see him having.
I went to his show, one of his shows. It was actually really good.
Yeah, he just knows how to. It's like that person you could just sit and tell stories. He's that kind of a personality.
And it wasn't I went to Jake the Snake's, and it sounded like he was Jake the Snake was bullshitting the whole time. Not all of his stories are 100% true. Where with Mick, it's completely different. You're getting the feel that it's 100 that all of it is 100% true,
right?
So maybe he's embellishing a little bit, but it's at least somewhat accurate. Where Jake the Snake, you're just yeah, okay, pal.
They were about to put the strap on me, and then
exactly.
And the Warrior fucked it all up.
Yeah. We're kind of all over the place here with the news. We talked about Nikki Cross and her superhero gimmick. It was her idea, you say, or you read?
Yes, from what I was reading, even her IG, it seems like. It's her, right? Everybody, again, I saw a knee-jerk reaction. We're oh, what's WWE doing? Blah, 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 right. Right? But it's dude, she's I'm gonna call her basically rest his soul. Hopefully nothing like this happens to her. But she's the female blue blazer.
Oh, I was gonna say Hurricane Helms, because Hurricane Helms kind of gave her the boost of confidence with a tweet.
Sure, to do it, right? But I mean is how Owen, the reason why he brought back the blue blazer is because he didn't like the direction that things were, with the.
I get what you're saying. Okay, I get what you're saying.
So kind of how that was the character he wanted to be, and they let him do it. So that's what the angle I was coming from. But yeah, it's definitely, of course, also there's Hurricane is in that character as well.
Right.
For sure.
Right. For sure. And I immediately thought Molly Holly.
Molly Holly. Yep.
Just good.
And they kind of got the same build.
Yeah. Let her give it a chance, man. Let her
be fun. I think it's gonna be fun.
Everybody's shitting on it after week 1. Exactly.
This is probably really her. Because you can even look at, if you go to her IG right now, she shows pictures of when she was in the Independents, and it looks like the costume that she's wearing now. Yeah. So she was, the whole thing with Sanity, that was written for her. I don't think that was her. Like she just, she just put a lot of energy into it, and we got attracted to that energy. But I think this is going to be the character where it's her turned up to 10, which like for her it's going to be 20 because she's already
she's already a lot of energy.
Yes.
All right. What else we got here? Oh, the China doc on Vice. Have you taken that in yet? I have not.
Be ready to cry a little bit. Just to let you know.
Everything I hear is that it's super, super sad.
Yeah.
I mean, her story is sad to begin with, but yeah, everything I'm reading about it says that it's kind of sad. I'm gonna try to take it in this weekend and see if I can squeeze it in. But yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, me and my daughter watched it. Like I don't know, like how did okay, was this being a bad parent? So so we're watching it, and
I can't make any judgments on being a bad parent because when we get to what you're watching this week, you'll see why.
Okay, so we're watching, and then so she's like, I didn't tell her nothing about China. Like I just showed her my figures, and like, oh yeah, I was a real big fan of China, but I didn't tell her like, I was just like, okay, let's watch. The documentary came out; it's gonna be good. And then so she's become like, as she's watching the progression of the documentary, she's becoming a fan of her. And so she starts saying things like, man, I wonder when she's going to have her meet and greet. And I'm like, well, and then I'm like, well, let's keep watching, like, hold on. Because I didn't want to give away the ending of the documentary because I didn't know how it was going to go. And then at the end, she's like, ooh, so I don't know if that was being a bad parent or not, but
no, she didn't know. I'll stay tuned, guys. You'll hear what being a bad parent is all about later on in the show.
Oh, boy.
I promise you guys are going to be like, what the hell are you letting your kid watch? But we'll talk about that a little bit more later on. All right. So we talked about China. Otis legitimately injured Montez Ford. That is bad for Montez Ford, obviously. But also D'Angelo Dawkins.
Because they had to write him off.
Yep.
And damn it, I was like, so everybody, like anytime Nia Jax sneezes on somebody and they get hurt, that's a story for 2 weeks. So damn it, Otis. Watch what you're doing. You're injuring people.
No, the reason
he's way bigger than Montez, and he crushed his freaking ribs.
The reason Nia gets shit on because of it is because she has done it multiple times.
No, I know.
It's not just once.
All
right.
I'm having fun. I know.
I'm getting super serious on you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm having fun with it. But damn it, it's almost going to be like that. Days people haven't been injured at the plant, so now we gotta.
And then last but not least, we got 2 things left actually. Karrion Cross and Bronson Reed had dark matches on main event. There's talks about them getting moved up, maybe a little bit sooner than later,
to the flag or moved over to the flagship roster. I think. Yep. And then I think they just these were literally matches where they wanted to see how it looked, like how it's going to look for them to wrestle on this stage.
Yep.
Which I think, in my opinion, it's all right to do a screen, it's like having a screen test. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Let's see where it goes.
Yep.
I don't so. At this moment, I don't know how the Karrion Cross character comes over on the flagship roster. I think Bronson Reed would have a pretty decent run. In fact, somebody like me, I would make a tag team with him and Keith Lee.
Oh, I don't know what bad idea.
Yeah, I don't know what to name it, and then have Mia Yim be their be in their faction.
Australian Glory. Isn't Bronson Reed Australian or New Zealand?
New Zealand. But whatever, that I think that could be a heck of a tag team. And they both have they both have that charisma. That would be me. So
I forget where I read it. I forget where I read it, but I did read that they were very happy with how Karrion Cross came across.
Okay.
On TV.
I didn't see it, so I can't really make that call.
Yeah, I didn't either.
So, and I'm one of those. It's not, let's see him come out and do it first before you say, "Oh, this isn't gonna work." You don't relax. Let's see it go first, and then make a give him 3 matches and let's see how it goes.
Right. Last thing here for wrestling. There's a new writer hired for WWE. This is a case of why would you say this? Why would you say this? I just been hired by WWE. They did not require me to know anything about wrestling. I'm on the Raw team, so there's Raw and SmackDown, and the people I know that are on it are Bobby. His name is either Bobby Ashley or Bobby Lashley, and I really should know that. He's this giant black guy, and he and the people who are part of his crew, I know that they call, or at least as of last year, they called themselves the Hurt Business. The Hurt Business. They wear suits, and they're like, we're cool. That is new WWE writer Kenneth Mobley on required knowledge for WWE Creative. So if this is the case, can I get a job?
I'm about to say he's fired. First off, so you can
it's a girl
or
it's a woman.
She, yeah. So she's fired, and you could probably start making your resume for her spot now.
Yeah.
I honestly think WWE. First off, there should be. I don't care if you I would not be offended if I applied for this job and they gave me like a quiz, a literal quiz of what is this, who who was the world champion in the 80s. So
we've talked about this a little bit. I worked at ESPN for like a cup of coffee. And one of my buddies worked in the stats department at ESPN.
Okay.
He had to take a quiz like that before he started. I didn't, because I was just on the radio side. I was behind the scenes.
Right.
You're
not writing stuff. You're not writing stuff for people to say.
I mean, I would have loved it if they did, but I think that is something. I think that is something that definitely needs to.
So you don't know who the world champion of your show is. That's the main character.
Right.
You're a writer, right? So you should know who the main character is.
Why would you?
Look how she described him. How are you a writer? The way that she even wrote that was horrible.
Why would you apply for that job if you don't know anything about it? That's my question,
Right. I think I'm gonna apply. That's it.
I do. I have like the Indeed job search app, and occasionally, because they're right down the street in Stamford.
That's true.
It's not really right down the street. It's like an hour and a half away. But I look every once in a while just for the hell of it. They're always hiring production assistants, which is the job I had at ESPN. But I mean, the pay sucked at ESPN. I'm sure it's worse at WWE.
And then don't you have to travel?
Yeah, and then you have to. Yeah, exactly. So it's definitely not something I can do at 39 years old with a wife and kid. So
no.
But anything else to add to In the Ring, DJ?
No, I'm just very that
whole thing is so. I feel like that is so 2021 WWE.
Especially Raw. Especially Raw.
Yes. I wish they would just bring Paul Heyman back as a
let him run it again
as a writer, right? All right, guys, quick break here. We're gonna hear a word from our sponsor, figurecollections.com. They say that all toy stores are created equal, but you look at Figure Collections and you look at other toy stores, and you can see that statement is not true. See, normally, if you go looking for a deal on a wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of finding a deal. But Figure Collections is a genetic freak and not normal. So you got a 25% at best at finding a deal with another toy store. Then you add more toy stores into the mix, your chances of grabbing a deal drastically go down. See, with 3 toy stores online, you got a 33 1/3 chance of finding a deal, but Figure Collections, FC, got a 66 2/3 chance of giving you a deal because other toy stores know they can't beat their prices, and they're not even going to try. So anyone who doesn't shop with Figure Collections, you take your 33 1/3 chance of finding a deal minus my 100% chance of giving you a deal on toys. You got a negative 8 and a 3% chance of finding cheap figures with someone else. But then you take my 100% chance of a good deal if you compare us 1-on-1 and then add 66 and 2/3%. You got 141 and 2/3 chance of grabbing a deal from Figure Collections. See, the numbers don't lie, and they spell a great deal on action figures for you from Figure Collections. FigureCollections.com. Grab a deal now. The numbers don't lie. That's Scott Steiner math for you from Figure Collections.
You had too much damn fun doing that commercial.
No, you know what? It wasn't fun. I was like trying not to mess it up. Like I was trying to be Scott Steiner-esque. I was also trying to like get the point across. It was a little stressful, but it got done. And I think Jack over at Figure Collections is pretty happy. That was all his idea.
Slur in your speech for Scott Steiner.
That was all his idea too. So he sent me the script. I threw it together, and I like the way it came out. So, all right, let's jump into that toy aisle. Walk That Toy Aisle is probably my favorite part of the show where we talk about toys. It's also brought to you by Stack of Cards. Check out stackofcards.com with a Z. Use the code RUN10 at checkout. Save yourself 10%. All right, we saw a leaked, oh no, a leaked version of a Darby Allin. This is the second action figure wave or brand that they're going to be coming out with. Unmatched Darby Allin. This one, his other one doesn't have the body painted, right? It's just his face.
Let's see. I know the one I have. It just has like the little, like, just some outlining, but not like as much as.
Yeah, this has not like as much whole as half of his body painted.
Yeah.
Skateboard says the face of TNT. This is a pretty badass looking figure. It comes with the TNT title. Pretty badass looking figure. It's funny. All these places are like, or all these companies are like, hey, we don't want these things leaking, but somehow they keep leaking. Somehow, some way.
I think they're playing us. I think they totally want these things leaked, and then so they're trying to make it taboo. Like, so the company line is going to be, oh, we don't want these leaked, and then you kind of nudge the college kid that you just hired. Hey, leak this. Right. So it's okay. All publicity worker is good publicity. So
yeah,
making that want.
Right. Or the factory worker gets the tip. Right. There was some other leaks this week. There was WWE Legends 12 line leaked, allegedly, that it's going to be Junkyard Dog, Kevin Nash, Billy Gunn in the DX stuff where they do the invasion at WCW, right. And Roddy Piper. I'm not. I'll be honest,
like he was in a black shirt. Like,
yes,
if you look at the shirt he's wearing,
the black Hot Rod shirt. The Billy Gunn, I'm okay with. Junkyard Dog, I'm just like, I have a Junkyard Dog. I don't think I need another one. Kevin Nash, same thing, man. Like, I feel like I already have a Kevin Nash.
Same.
I don't need another one.
Need another Kevin Nash. I kind of missed out on that last Junkyard Dog, and I don't feel like paying what I've been seeing.
Yeah,
for one.
That Junkyard Dog was everywhere for a while too. That white pants one.
Yeah,
that was. It's
probably gonna be red.
That's what I'm thinking.
Ones. Yeah.
The Billy Gunn, I like the idea because there's rumors of them like releasing Road Dogg in China and Shawn and X-Pac, or I'm sorry, Triple H and X-Pac, all in that style of gear where they invade the WCW
the Nitro.
Yeah. So I think that would be cool. That would be a very cool addition to my DX shelf. I'd probably grab the Piper, even though I haven't seen it yet. I'd probably grab the Piper just because Piper is one of my favorites.
Right. And especially if it's that black T-shirt one. I
was going to say there was a rumor of it being like WrestleMania 8 against Bret Hart, Roddy Piper.
What I see?
Yeah, and that's one of my favorite matches, actually.
Same.
So I would probably grab that just because it depicts that match.
Sure.
But, more leaks.
I like leaks.
I don't mind leaks, man. I like it. Give me something to get excited about. Speaking of, there was another leak. This is courtesy of our friend Dougie Nunya in the Toy for Life Facebook group. He has some inside information that Ultimate Edition 11 will be Kane and Undertaker. Ultimate Edition 12 will be Batista and Alexa Bliss. Ultimate Edition 13 will be Hulk Hogan and Mr. T. And then Ultimate Edition 14 will be Roman Reigns and Rey Mysterio. We'll have to wait and see to see if all this is true. But that's the rumor going around. And then there was another. I have to pull up the page here. Our friend over at Unstable 1047 on Instagram. He's pretty spot on with his leaks at times. He's got a leak of Elite 90 being Randy Orton, one of the Usos. I'm not sure which one that is. Mustafa Ali, Big Boss Man being the chase, but it's like all decked out in black gear, Big Boss Man.
Oh, right.
Bronson Reed and Mia Yim in her Retribution gear.
I'm about to say, why would they make anything of Retribution?
I don't know, man. Probably because it was already in the works and then they changed everything up. He put on here, wasn't supposed to post these for a little while, but someone else ended up leaking. I like teasing you guys. So you have to wait a little bit longer for the collector's edition. So we don't know what the collector's edition will be yet, but that is the 6 of Elite 90 allegedly. So take it with a grain of salt. Take it for what it's worth with the leaks. You never know. Things change.
But I would say my only with the Ultimate Edition Roman Reigns.
Yep.
All I'm going to ask for is I'd like them to make a soft goods gold glove.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be very cool.
You know, kind of a metallic soft good gold glove. I think that would be dope, and I think that would move the figure. Yeah,
absolutely. So we talked about Legends 12, but also on Unstable 1047's Instagram page, he's got Legends 13, which is Triple H in the DX Army that we talked about. Jake the Snake as a chase, which is weird because there was just a Jake the Snake.
I wonder what that would. Maybe it's Legends. The one when Legends, and maybe it's like when he was in the Trust Me, you know, that heel,
a bad guy, Jake the Snake,
where you got Macho Man bit and all that. Maybe it had like the genie head. on his tights. I'm thinking that might be what Jake we're getting here.
And then Hurricane and Cowboy Bob Orton. We just had a Hurricane. We have had a Bob Orton before.
Right.
These legend lines kind of don't really excite me just because of what the lineups.
Like you said, they got to get some more licenses or something.
You got to get more people, man. Edge is going to be Legend Series 14. He'll be the chase.
We just had an Edge. We had not only the Edge, and then we also had a Elite.
Yep. Mean Mark Callis, which is one that I got excited for, and then China and Road Dogg in the DX Army. And then Series 15 allegedly will be Andre the Giant as the chase, Bradshaw, Farouk, and X-Pac in the DX Army.
I'll go with Bradshaw and Farouk.
I have the AP. It depends what they're wearing. If they're dressed as like the Acolytes, I'm all in for that.
Okay.
But I have them as the APA from that might be the same set that Junkyard Dog was in.
I think it is.
I know it's the same boxes, but I don't know if it's actually the same set. But I would be all for an updated Bradshaw and Farouk as far as like the Acolytes go, with like their chest painted and their black tights and stuff, like the picture I have behind me that you guys can see. Yep. And then Zombie Sailor, he put his retros on sale, and he is now offering international shipping for you guys over in the UK. Chella announced or teased that they are going to have a Haystacks Calhoun retro.
That's going to be kind of a wide Hasbro there.
Yeah, that's a pass for me, to be honest with you, just because
I wasn't a big Haystacks Calhoun.
This is before my time. I respect the fact that they're doing it. I like it, but it's before my time, so I have no nostalgia there. AEW, back to them real quick. Their replica belt went on sale today on Pro Wrestling Tees or Shop AEW, whichever website it is.
I think it's Shop AEW.
Yeah. So you can grab your replica title for the AEW. Actually, how much is that? Because there was some talk about it being super expensive. Let's see. Let's look. Let's do some research on the fly here. AEW replica world title belt on sale now. Shop AEW.com. Let's click it. Here we go. Pre-order $6 $99.
So $700.
Damn, it is a beautiful belt. AEW has one of the best. Their World Championship belt is one of the best belts.
It is one of the best ones. I guess there's, it's a lot of metal.
Yeah, it's 5 plates, some gems. It's pretty detailed. So, but yeah, you can grab that if you're a belt guy. And that's it for wrestling stuff. I think they're holding out till Comic-Con. I think
Comic-Con.
We'll find out some more stuff at Comic-Con, but for right now, that's it for wrestling stuff. DJ, remember last week we were talking about G.I. Joe retros?
I remember.
And I ordered some right on the show.
I remember that as well.
Well, my man, I fucked up. I ordered ones I already had. The ones I found on Walmart.com were already ones that I have in my set. The new set is Cobra, Trooper, and Stalker. And I ordered Lady J, Cobra, Commander, and somebody else. I forget who. But then I was like, afterwards, I was like, wait a minute. I think I already have Cobra Commander. I just lost track of the wave. This is the second time in 2 weeks that I bought something I've already have. So they're sitting on my kitchen table. I need to bring them back to Walmart because
God,
I done fucked up.
No.
NECA is putting out some new Ninja Turtles. Of course, they talked about putting out like a ton of Ninja Turtles over the next year. This is movie edition. It is the 7-inch scale figures. It is Shadow Warriors 2-pack from the 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. After wading in a puddle of radioactive waste, 4 radical reptiles are transformed into New York City's greatest crime-fighting quartet. They are raised and trained by Splinter, who was once the devoted pet of Japan's finest Shadow Warrior, Hamato Yoshi. Yoshi's fiercest rival was Oroku Saki, who would eventually become the Shredder. That's the 2-pack. Is the two. It's Hamato Yoshi and Oroku Saki.
Nice.
And it comes with like the little rat cage. Their scars. This is like in the movie when they show you like how Splinter
came to be.
Yeah, exactly. So those will be available in Walmart in July or August. We haven't had Ninja Turtle news in actually a long time.
There was a minute there where no Turtles.
Yeah, I haven't really talked about them in a little bit. And then this kind of stuff doesn't happen to me, but a couple weeks ago I talked about selling my Golden Girls or my wife's Golden Girls.
Yep.
And I got some pretty good money for them. Well, NECA is re-releasing them. So I feel terrible to the guy I sold them to, but that's happened to me before where
I'm about to say you kind of let go of the stock on time.
Yeah, exactly. And that never happens to me. I usually get fucked on stuff like that. That never happens to me. So
no, this time you was right in the pocket.
Yeah, if you missed out, you can get your the Golden Girls. They are awesome figures. They really are.
They are. They are.
Don't have room for them anywhere. Then we got I talk about the Marvel retros a lot.
Yeah. Yes.
There is a wave 3 is up for pre-order right now on Entertainment Earth. It's Invisible Woman, Cyclops, Bullseye, Ant-Man, Vision, Black Panther, and Gray Hulk. I think I'm gonna grab Ant-Man, Cyclops, and Vision. I don't need Black Panther. I already have him. I don't need Gray Hulk. I don't need Bullseye, and I don't need Invisible Woman.
Is she transparent?
No. No.
Yeah, then you don't need it.
No. They're $10.99 each. These come in the retro packages. They're 3.75-inch scale. They're awesome. You can go to Toy Arc and see all the pictures of them. Good stuff there. What else we got here in the toy news section? Oh, DJ, this is right up your alley, and I'm not just saying that. It's up my alley too. I'm very, very tempted to grab this. A new Notorious B.I.G. reaction figure is on sale from Super 7. The figure is based on his debut album, Ready to Die. The 3.75-inch scale figure has 5 points of articulation. It features a retro-style card back with the album cover as the card art. The figure includes a gold chain accessory. The figure's priced at $18. And it's already available for shipping. You can order from the Super 7 store. You can see photos at toyark.com.
Right.
Oh,
Well, I'm
man.
already going to get that, like, because I'm going to get the ODB where it had the, you know, like it looked like the album cover.
Yep.
With his food stamp ID. And then you know, Notorious, he has to be, if you're a hip hop fan, he has to at least be on your Mount Rushmore.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So no, this is Super 7's doing something here.
Yeah, I mean it's a reaction line. It's like the smaller. I think it's a little overpriced line, but $18.99 will get you this figure.
Yeah, they kind of look like, to give you guys an idea, they kind of look like the old school Star Wars.
Yep, exactly. But this is a cool. I like this idea. They've done like the Misfits. They've done like other musical, other musical acts.
They do Kiss.
I believe so. Yeah. Yep. So I like this Notorious B.I.G. one. But
not that I'm a Kiss fan, but I know that they have like for the money they must make on merch, because there's Kiss everything.
Oh yeah.
It's got to be ridiculous. Like they probably don't have to sing another note ever.
All right, and then DJ, you've got some hot toy news here. This is your you haven't had one of these attempts to try to get me to buy a hot toy in a while, so
right.
Fire away.
All right, so the Storm Premium figure, I don't know, like, you know, I know you're an X-Men fan.
Yep.
I don't know if you would get that.
I wouldn't get Storm. Nah. I like Storm, but I would not. If I was going to spend the money on a hot toy or a sideshow, it wouldn't be Storm. If I was going to spend it on an X-Men, it would be Wolverine.
Right. Let's see, because Storm, how much is she? Like the premium because okay, so just to give you an idea, like, so the premium format figure, that's the same figure that you see with WWE guys, like, so they're as big as your torso basically.
Gotcha.
$600. You can start, and then basically you would have, it would be 67.50 for, you know, if you were doing the flex payments here, and it would be 8 of them. And then, but the ones that I found kind of fun, there's a hot toy of the dude from the Big Lebowski.
Ooh, all right.
And then one I think would catch your attention is there is a Mandalorian with a swoop cycle and a child.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it. Not tonight.
I remember I almost got, like, there was a Batman that you can get that, like, so it was right after the last, like, the trilogy of the, you know, the Nolan trilogy of Batman. And if you remember, like, the Batwing on the third one. Yep. That thing, like, so you could get a, like, so, you know, the that Batman with the Batwing. So remember, these are 12-inch figures, and then they made a Batwing for that figure. So, you know, it was something that you would have to, like, hang from a wire in your room. There's no way you're putting that on a display. It was huge, but I still kind of wanted it. It was like, it would be like basically hanging a PS5 on your roof, on your ceiling. I mean,
yeah, it's insane. But one of these days you'll get me. One of these days I will grab. They got to put the flare. Like, I'm kind of holding out for, like, the flare again.
Bardios Toys got a flare.
Oh, don't tell me how much does he want for it?
Well, he wants the
eBay price.
Yeah, he wants the second seller price. He's not selling that. He's not going to sell you that retail, I don't think. If maybe you sweet talk him a little bit.
There's none on eBay right now. I just typed in Ric Flair hot toy.
Yeah, he's got one in the shop.
None on damn.
Yeah, he had a Rock and he had a Flair in the box.
Oh, I typed in Ric Flair sideshow and that came up. $2,000 or best offer with free 4-day shipping.
He didn't quite. Oh, how big of you? So it wasn't quite $2,000 when I asked him how much it was.
I think last time I looked, it was $1,500. I think last time we did this exercise.
That's probably about what he's asking for.
Yeah,
at Bardios.
Damn. Holy shit. A couple months ago, I bought like the replica like Hall of Fame statue of Ric Flair, and right now somebody's got one listed on eBay for $89.99. That's crazy. I paid $25 for that.
I'm about to say that's like
maybe I might have even paid 20. Like I think it might have been $20. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Damn.
Already.
Yeah, that's insane. All right. Time for this or that, DJ, that you picked this week, and you went to the consoles. We didn't do toys.
Yeah, I kind of botched it a little bit. I didn't realize until after I gave you what I wanted that it was like Nintendo 64's like 25th anniversary or whatever it is.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, but I think it was still too good. Two consoles that can put up a fight here on this or that.
Yep. So it was Nintendo Switch versus
Super Nintendo.
Oh yeah, sorry, not Switch.
Yeah.
It was Super Nintendo versus GameCube. You pick this, man. You start. I mean, you should say.
So personally, like, you guys gotta. So I was a little bit older when this stuff came out. So I started. I went Atari, then Nintendo Entertainment Center, and then I got a Super Nintendo and a Genesis. So, but the Genesis I kind of went off on that branch once I got Genesis, right? And I went over friends' houses that had GameCube. But I just kind of liked the Super Nintendo. I was voting Super Nintendo. I did really enjoy, like, that WWF game that came out on Super Nintendo was one of my favorite. It's still to this day one of my favorite wrestling games.
I remember getting you know how like when you're a kid, you know what you're getting for Christmas just because you asked, like that's the only thing I asked for.
Right.
I asked for that Raw is War. It was either Raw is War or Royal Rumble. It might have been Royal Rumble.
I want to say it was Royal Rumble.
I asked for that for Christmas one year, and I knew it was getting it. And like leading up to Christmas, I was like writing out like matches and pay-per-views.
you were booking.
Yeah, I was.
You're already booking.
I was doing my universe mode before it was actually a thing.
Right. Yeah, you kind of had to you could do it like you said, like with these games, you could kind of do universe mode. You just had to be, you had to kind of maneuver it. Yeah.
You had to do something the kids these days don't really have to do, and that's use your imagination.
Oh man.
So
and a little patience also. But yeah, I just liked how what brought my attention to that game was when Super Nintendo was coming out, they came to the mall. Like Nintendo came to the mall and they're like, "Oh, come play." And then so I was like, "Wait, that's a wrestling game." And then here I am playing, LOD versus the Natural Disasters in a tag team match. And I was like, this is crazy. This, look at how it looks and look how they're moving, so yeah, it was Super Nintendo for me out of the two.
I went with Super Nintendo as well. I actually didn't play GameCube much. I had a friend who had it. He actually still has it.
Wow.
And I go over, whenever I was at his house, we played or whatever. But like the Super Nintendo memory, like I don't really remember ever. Like there's nothing that stands out to me from GameCube. For Super Nintendo, I have a bunch of memories from Super Nintendo, whether it's like playing NHL 94 at a friend's house or, like all kinds of stuff. All my memories.
I even played that. Yeah. I played NHL 94.
That's the greatest hockey game of all time. NHL 94. But yeah, I don't have any memories of GameCube. It's like I'm 39. It was out like when I was a kid, but like everybody wanted PlayStation 1 when I was a kid, or that age, I should say. So for me, I had the NES, Super NES. I also had actually a Genesis because my cousin lived with us for a little while and he had the Genesis. So I had that, and then Super Nintendo, and then I don't think I had another like game system in my house until Nintendo 64, and then I sold Nintendo 64 to get the PlayStation 1. So then I went PlayStation 2, and then
I
Xbox.
went from Genesis to PlayStation 1. Yeah.
Yeah. So damn, that's a big jump. Genesis to PlayStation 1.
Yeah, I was sitting there playing
Golden Axe.
Well, in fact, the
Golden
last game I had, like, so this is how crazy my memory is. So it's like going back, my memory going backwards is crazy. I settle arguments, put it that way. So the last game I was playing was NBA Jam.
Oh, snap.
When NBA Jam was on, and then that's when I went over to a friend's house. I'm like, whoa, what? And they were playing PlayStation. I'm like, wait, what is this?
Yeah.
And then it was over with. Then
speaking of Super Nintendo.
Yeah,
look what I got in my hand. I got the little retro one that came out a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I have the NES too right here.
There's still, as I go toy hunting, I see those all the time.
Yeah, which is crazy because you could not find them. I remember my buddy was grabbing them and then he would hack them and then sell them. Like, so he would just put a shit ton of games on them, and he did that for me on both of these. Right. I haven't played them, and I just picked them up and there's dust all over my hand.
Well, because there's like sometimes there's just so much on it that you don't feel like thinking about, okay, I'm about to turn this on. I don't even know which game I'm going to pick, and that's going to take a half hour, So it's just sometimes you just want to go, and that can be the con to
absolutely. Absolutely. So for you guys on Twitter, Super Nintendo won 85% to 14%. Big win. And then on Instagram, 71% to 29%. GameCube got beat. So I like the console. I guess
GameCube kind of fell off, but one thing that was like, to give GameCube its flowers, like I did like how it had four ports on the face of it. That was that was dope. I was like, okay, like you can have 4 people playing, like that was at once, so that was a thing, like that was, like we're spoiled now, but that was not the normal thing.
Yep. All right, DJ, last but not least here for the toy aisle, you got any weekly purchases?
I do. So so of course, like I'm cashing in the big boy purchase of my purchasing a vacation.
Yeah.
But Target, I went and got the women's champ, Rhea Ripley.
Nice.
It's kind of funny. Like we were making fun of how Target had like you buy $100 worth of toys.
Yep.
And you get $20 off, right?
Yeah, but they didn't have anything in store.
But they never have like 5 figures that I'm gonna buy at once. And then I also got the crimson red PlayStation 5 controller.
Nice.
So
I think I have to buy a new PlayStation controller or PlayStation 5 controller already. My son spilled milk on our coffee table, and I think like the controller won't turn on. So it like lights up for a second and then turns right off, and I'm like, you son of a bitch. I love you, but you son of a bitch. So I'm actually going to reach out to Sony first because it's not even a year old yet, and just be like, right.
Also,
hey, my controller stopped working.
And I'm going to give everybody a pro tip here. A Shurion Plus. Like they're not even, So it's $20 a month. They cover all of your electronics in your house. Oh, really? Yeah. So I don't so for example, when I go to like say buy a TV, or when I bought this microphone, I did not have to buy the protection plan. Like it's automatically covered under my umbrella of a Shurion Plus.
Cool. I didn't know that.
Yes.
Learn something new every day, man. All right. My weekly purchases. We talked about the G.I. Joes.
Yep.
I got stuff behind me here.
Okay.
And then so I like the Loyal Subjects figures, like the little guys. I do. Not the micro brawlers, but the Loyal Subjects.
Loyal Subjects, yep.
So they were on Amazon. Right. They've been on Amazon for a long time. I got Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan, I think, from their actual website. Mm-hmm. But they've been on Amazon for $11.99 but then you had to pay like $8.99 for shipping. Just recently they popped up. The new wave just popped up on Amazon on Prime. So I I got Flair and Hogan already.
Okay.
And then I got Andre
Trey.
and Stone Cold.
Oh, the Stone Cold looks cool.
Yeah, Stone Cold's cool. And then there's two Rock figures. There's the Return of the Rock, which is like new Rock with the tit tattoo, and then old school Rock with the raised eyebrow and stuff.
So raised eyebrow.
Very happy with these. I love the Ric Flair one.
Yep. No, they do a good job with those.
Yeah, I like them a lot. And then I got X-Pac finally again, because if you guys remember, I got him, and then I saw how much he was going for on eBay, and I was like, whoop, he's going right on eBay, and I'll reorder him. So I got my X-Pac fan takeover. I've not opened them yet, but
that's
great looking figure.
I'm about to say, tune in. So that's one of my unboxings is I unbox the X-Pac fan takeover. And
then, as we talked about, I got the right versions of the G.I. Joes. I got Stalker and Cobra Trooper. And then last but not least, I'm going to do a little opening here right on the show.
Oh, let's go.
I got a little baggie here.
Yep.
It's not edibles.
Right. No, I like sometime I like the little, like when stuff comes in the little bags like that. Sometime.
I know what this is, but I want to show you guys. I like doing the live purchase here or live open here. Oh, it came with I love when stuff comes with a sticker. If you ever buy anything from me in like other groups or whatever, I always throw in a sticker for the Run and Pod.
Why not?
It's always fun getting a sticker with your stuff. All right, cutting this bad boy open. Oh shit! Sorry, hit the mic. Shaka bra, bro.
Yeah, bra.
I got Kona Crush Hasbro style.
Kona Crush, bra.
So very slowly knocking off stuff off my Hasbro wish list. So, and the guy who I bought this from, Pete Gleason, in the Era Facebook group, he threw in a Hasbro sticker. Very cool.
Oh, look at that! Look at that!
Very cool.
You know, I think because we're about to go into Olympic season here. I think I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna get some of those track and fit, some more of those Olympic
starting
lineups.
Very nice. I like that. I was actually just looking at my starting lineups the other day, and I'm like, I think I want to sell some of these. Like, I just bought too many too quick. It was COVID. You know, like I have the Dream Team set. Like, part of me thinks I want to sell that. I have a Red Sox team set from like the 80s. I'm like, I don't really need this. Yeah, I don't know.
I got like Jesse
Wade Boggs is right here.
Yep. You know, I got Jesse Owens. I got Michael Johnson. I'm not selling those.
Yeah.
So
that's it for me for weekly purchases, man. I got more stuff coming already. I know. Right. Oh, and I got one more thing here. Goldberg. Fucking pops.
Not the Goldberg, you guys. If you're not watching, not the Goldberg.
Not Goldberg the wrestler, Goldberg the goalie.
Yes.
From the Mighty Ducks.
Yes. That looks pretty cool, actually.
It is. I bought my kid the whole set of them because he's been watching those movies like nonstop. Right. And I was like, I kind of need the Goldberg.
Well, you can't have this one. You can have.
Yeah, exactly. All right. That's it for Walk That Toy Aisle this week, guys. It's time now for Falls Count Anywhere. Falls Count Anywhere is the part of the show where we talk about whatever the hell we want. We've added some features to Falls Count Anywhere. It's brought to you by figtees.co.uk. Use the code RUN15 for 15% off any order. We're going to do power rankings here, which we started doing a couple weeks ago. But before we do that, DJ, what do you think about this MLB sticky substance thing with the pitchers?
I'm just kind of, it makes me laugh a little bit because now every other play, like we're having a stop and frisk for Major League Baseball pitchers. Anytime they wipe their brow or something, hey, what's going on? So
the other night with Max Scherzer and the Phillies was absolutely insane with Joe Girardi. Like, it got to the point where they checked him 3 times. They checked Max Scherzer 3 times. to the point where he was like undoing his belt and was like just going to get naked to show that he had nothing.
And I'll pitch naked.
Yeah. And then Joe Girardi got thrown out of the game. It was like trying to fight him. But Joe Girardi used to coach the Yankees a couple years ago. He had a pitcher who had shit slathered all over the back of his neck. And it's like, dude, what, like, come on. What I don't like about this.
Ain't trying.
Thank you. But what I don't like about this is they're trying to speed up the game of baseball.
And now we found something to slow it down.
Yeah, exactly. So,
man, I think pitchers should come out to the Eddie Guerrero theme song.
Lie, cheat, steal.
Yeah. in an Impala. What the hell, you know, man. And I would be all for it, dude. Just baseball needs this. Like, I like a little bit of controversy in baseball because it can be a little bit slow sometimes. Let's be real.
Yep.
So I did not care about the guys on steroids. I really didn't.
No, I don't either.
Yeah. Go ahead. Like, I'm like, put, you know, Big Head Barry and Roger Clemens in the Hall of Fame. Like, they still did the stuff. Like, they still, you know, Roger Clemens still struck all those guys out.
Right. My thing is, like, with the steroid guys, like, you still got to hit the ball. Like,
and you still got to hit the ball. Like, we've seen people before, like, that, you know, if you gave this person credit that they weren't on steroids that were cut, and you still got to hit the ball. Like, you still got to make contact with the ball, you know, with another, you know, pitcher that's all juiced up throwing 101 miles an hour. So come on. To me, it was still even.
I don't like that. Yeah. I don't like that they're doing this like in the middle of the season. Like, if you want to change this rule, do it later on, and like do it in the off season. Let the pitchers prepare. Like, they're obviously it's just so they can get a better grip on the ball. It's not even like they're doing, like, I don't know. It's just so
like, have you ever like grabbed a brand new Major League Baseball before?
Yeah.
It's like a cue ball.
Right.
It feels like a cue ball. I'm like, wait, this is a baseball? And now I see why people like scuff it up and do something.
They put mud all over them before they use them. It's some kind of Colorado mud that they put all over the balls. But I heard on a Red Sox broadcast, like probably a couple weeks ago, that they're not using as much of that mud, and that might be part of the problem. I don't know.
Well, and I've heard from catchers that they, like, when they get the ball from the umpire, when they're throwing it back in one motion, they scuff it on their shin guard and then throw it back to the pitcher.
Okay.
So just any kind of, you know, like you're saying, anything you can do to get some kind of grip.
Yep.
They got to do it, because I have, like, you know, I've had the privilege of going to like an A's game. Like, I had a friend that got us, like, you know, downstairs at an A's game. Yep. And I got to see the balls before they were going to be introduced into the game. I'm like, wait, this is what they're using? You know, so it felt like a cue ball. I was like, wait, come on. So now I totally get it.
Yep. That's it that's all we had for an extra topic in the old.
That was that was talked about a whole, like, that
a
was
lot this week.
Subject. Yeah, that was the subject, other than like the actual things that are happening in the games,
right?
You know, like that, you know, that's been the big topic.
Yep.
Which we can go more into that when we get to what you're watching, because
let's get into our power rankings though here.
Yes, we're about to create some speaking of controversy.
That's right.
I think no matter what we say, there's going to be controversy no matter what we answer on this one.
Oh yeah. So we're doing Mario Kart characters, your top 5.
Yes.
And the way we've been doing this is we go, you know, I'll say my 5, you say yours, and then so on and so on. I'm writing mine in here so I don't forget.
Right.
But all right, you give me your number 5 first.
All right, number 5, Mario.
Really?
Yes.
I'm shocked. I don't think I've ever used Mario.
So I was shocked. I know this because, okay, so first let me back up a little bit. So Mario Kart is, in my circle of friends, is a very serious thing. Like, we play Mario Kart, and there's no, like, it's cutthroat. Like, there's no like no no mercy. Like, it could be your first time playing, you're about to get hit with a bunch of red turtles. Like, we don't care. Okay, so and we're gonna play Rainbow Road. Like, it's your first time playing, let's play Rainbow Road and and hit this person with a bunch of turtles and knock them off the, one of the only tracks that doesn't have any rails, right? So Mario is the reason why Mario's number 5 for me, is because the balance. Like, he is completely balanced. Like, if
overall he's just a great, he does everything well. He doesn't do everything great. He does everything well. There's nothing
great. Yeah. So, like, if you're not too good with turns or something like that, and somebody picks a track that has a lot of turns in it, you might want to pick Mario, because he's gonna have the handle on the turns. If you don't have the know-how, or you don't know the track,
right?
He gets, and then it's his game. So here's another inside tip: it's his game. If he's not anywhere near if he's in the middle back, he's gonna get all the good stuff. It's his game. Okay, that's the way I think the people wrote this game.
I always thought it was written that whoever's in the back gets the good stuff, and then if you're all the way in the back,
if you're all the way in the back, you're automatically gonna get the good stuff. But Mario can be in the middle and get like the turtle that takes out the leader or something, like in the middle of the pack. So Mario, number 5.
All right, my number 5, Bowser. Big dude. He doesn't go super fast. Yep, he doesn't go super fast, but he gets the job done. I've won many championships with Bowser.
You can, because guess what? Number 4, Bowser for me. Because again, this is a cutthroat game. Another way to get somebody is a bump. Like, just giving them a bump. You don't need a weapon all the time. You can't bump Bowser.
Right.
He just mows everybody down without any. He doesn't even need any weapons. He just, boom, you're out of there.
You know who else you can't bump?
Who's that?
My number 4, Donkey Kong.
The Kong.
I do the big guy. I do the big guys. Oh boy, Zach's gonna have fun with that.
I think that might be on our drop. But go ahead.
I use the big boys. That's what I'm trying to say. I use the big boys.
You're a Vince McMahon of Mario Kart.
Yep. Who's your number 3?
Number 3, Toad.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Toad is consistently one of the fastest.
Yeah.
He has no weight, so if you gotta not touch nobody, like when you are playing with Toad.
Yep.
And you got to know the track, because his top end speed, if you don't know what you're doing on the turns and everything, you're gonna screw it up.
Yep.
But if you just want some top end speed, Toad's your man.
My number 3, Koopa Troopa.
All right.
He is kind of the same way, but he's just like consistent. Like you can't bump really with him, but he overall, like, he's consistently good.
Yep.
And Toad, I was gonna say Toad is my number 2.
Okay.
Because he is so fast.
He's fast. 2, I went with Kong.
Okay. All right.
Because like you
said, we
got
a lot of the same here.
Yeah. Well,
that's all right.
That shows you that we played this game. That's what that means. But Kong, like you said, he actually has a little bit of speed on him. Like he's not as, like, Bowser is the slowest guy. Like, that's.
Oh yeah, hands down.
But you gotta be cagey. Whereas Kong, you can get up there with the fast guys, and on a straightaway, though, if they're anywhere near you on a straightaway, they're about to pass you.
Yeah.
Okay, but you could, like, get out of a pack of, like, at the start of the race, you can get out of a pack with Kong and get the lead, and be able to protect yourself.
Definitely.
And guess what? Has the best aim with the banana peel.
Damn, I didn't even think of that, actually.
Yes. If you like, especially when when you get into the Mario Karts where you're able to throw it forward, or he has the best aim with it.
I did not even think of that or like realize that.
Yes.
Man, you put a lot of thought into this.
I told you Mario Kart is serious business. You better know this stuff to play my circle of friends.
I have a friend who, like, back like college years, he would have us get drunk, take a breathalyzer, and then play Mario Kart. But we couldn't play until we were above the
legal limit.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I would do it.
And we stayed at his house. We did not drive afterwards. We stayed at his house. But
sure. All right. So here's
number 2.
Here's where
we're at number 1.
Yeah. So here's where we're about to. Some people are about to explode. Like no matter what our answer is.
All right. What's your number 1, man?
Link.
Link. He's not in the original. Are we? You're going off?
Oh, I thought you said all of them.
No, it is all of them. I've never used Link. That's why I was kind of confused. Not confused, but like just shocked. Yeah, that was more of a shock reaction more than like what you talking about?
Yeah, he wasn't in the original. No.
Wow, Link. Okay. I don't know that I've ever used him.
All right, so here's my tip.
All right.
Link is that in between of Bowser and Donkey Kong. So he's faster than both of them. Like he's faster than both Donkey Kong and Bowser, but you can't easily bump. Like it would take Bowser or Donkey Kong to be able to bump him off the side. On the newer games, when you're jumping, and you ever like go off of a ramp and then somebody hits you with a shell right when you're jumping.
Yep.
If you flick your controller when you jump, he turns around and swipes his sword. You can do that even with a red shell with Link. He just like, so it's just the balance of the speed and power that he has. I win a lot with my man Link.
All right. My number 1 is I saw people commenting on our Twitter, Instagram about this. A lot of people had this person as their number 1, and I'm going with Yoshi.
All right.
Just fast. I feel like he doesn't get he gets bumped, but it doesn't affect him as much. He's just overall, and I feel like in every single game, OG and like the new versions, he's still good. Like you can still use him and win.
He's consistent. Yep, he's consistent.
So that's our top 5, our power rankings for the Mario Kart characters. And shout out to Zach Egolf, who's mad that he wasn't involved. Well, he was involved, but wasn't mentioned in the major live 8 vlog. He bought us chicken. We love the chicken. The chicken was so good, but he actually came up with this idea.
And he started cutting you guys off in the in the group chat.
I was drawing a blank for ideas for power rankings for this week, and he came up with this. So I'm just gonna read a few from our friends in the Fig Cave.
Right.
Lucas Weiser says that his number 5 is Toad. Peach is number 4. Mario number 3, Luigi number 2, and Yoshi number 1.
Wow. Okay.
Jeffrey Guyette says Bailey is his no. I'm just kidding. Bowser is his number 1. He didn't give any other number, so he must.
Bowser's number 1. All right.
And then Peter Mendoza says in the OG game, his number 5 is Bowser, number 4 is Donkey Kong, number 3 is Luigi, 2 is Yoshi, number 1 is Koopa Troopa. Mine and his are pretty much the same, except I didn't have Luigi. He didn't have Toad in his. So
yeah, he didn't have no Toad in there.
And the numbers are different. So next week we'll bring you something else that we will power rank. Give you our top 5 of DJ. It is time for what you watching. What you watching, man?
So I'm still into the playoffs, even though my team's not in it. But now I'm, find myself rooting against the Clippers. And so I'm having fun doing that. We had a shocker last night with the Hawks. Hawks is trying to. They're trying to shock the world here, and they did win game 1.
Yep.
You have the Suns are like they're currently getting their ass whooped. I think this is going to be 2-1 by the time we're off the air here. But also I've been watching Loki.
Oh, I have not jumped into Loki yet. I've been meaning to. I just haven't had the time yet.
And it's one of those, like, the way that they do these where, they're half-hour shows and they're not releasing all of them. So the way you're doing it is probably smarter, to be honest with you.
Holding off a little bit.
Wait till yeah. Don't watch any spoilers and then let it play out and then watch it all.
Yep. I am watching the NHL playoffs. I've actually been watching the NHL playoffs while we've been recording the show. Montreal Canadiens are going to the finals. Bastards.
Oh, wow.
They're probably the one team in all of sports that I hate the most.
Well, because they got just as many, like, it's them, Oilers, and Bruins, right? They have the most cups.
I don't think I don't know. I know they have the most.
Canadians, right? Have the most.
Canadians,
right?
Yeah, have the most. And then
Oilers got quite a few.
Yeah, I don't know where they are ranked with that, but
they got it because I remember, Messier and Gretzky won every year when they were on the same team.
Let's see. Who has won the Stanley Cup the most? Canadians have won 23 times.
I was about to say they're like the Yankees. Like
the Toronto St. Patrick's, which are now the Maple Leafs, have won 13. Red Wings 11. Blackhawks, Bruins 6. Penguins 5. Oilers 5. Islanders, Rangers 4. Devils 3. Senators 3. Lightning 2. Avalanche 2. Kings 2. Flyers 2. The Maroons 2, the Metropolitans 2, the Ducks, Hurricanes, and Capitals all with 1. So
I forgot the Ducks won at one time.
Yeah, I just fucking hate the Canadians, man. They're the team I hate the most in sports.
Wow.
So they just made it. Yeah, they just made it to the finals. They're going to be playing the winner of the Lightning and the Islanders. So we'll see.
I don't like either one of those teams.
Yeah, I don't either. If I had to pick one, though, I'm going to Lightning. But I was
rooting for Vegas and the Kings, of course, but Vegas in the playoffs.
Right. Earlier in the show, I talked about how I'm a terrible dad because my kid started quoting King of the Hill the other day out of nowhere, and it was because he found clips of it on YouTube. So he asked if he could watch it, and I said, you know what? Why the heck not? You can watch it. Sure.
I think he's
It's
good.
honestly not that bad. I was just like, some of the stuff they were saying, I was like, oh man.
Let go of my purse. I don't know you.
That's exactly what he was quoting.
It's the most famous episode.
And he's talking about kicking people in the balls because that's what he learned at
that's what he learned. Oh god.
At women's self-defense. That's what Bobby. But man, that show, it's on Hulu if you're looking for it, because I had to search to where to find it.
Right.
But it's on Hulu, and it still holds up. It's still hilarious.
It holds up. It does. My
Bobby
favorite,
Hill
now my
so
personal
funny.
favorite episode is when Hank wins the contest we're at halftime at the Cowboy game. You could either throw a football through a tire or Roger Staubach throws it for you, and you win this prize. So he practiced all week, and by the end of the week, he was doing it himself.
Yep.
And then he got starstruck by Roger Staubach, so he gave the ball to him. And then so Roger grabs the ball. He's like, "Wait, aren't you going to even take off your sport jacket?" And then Roger just throws this bullshit ball and misses.
So good. So good. I also randomly watched. I put Hulu on today, and I randomly watched a couple episodes of Family Matters.
Oh wow,
it's so good,
wow.
So good. I also switched. I ditched cable, and I switched over to Fubo TV.
You got Fubo, all right?
Yeah, because it has our local sports channel, which has the Bruins and the Red Sox on.
Mm-hmm.
So
that is the Sling TV kind of the weakness of Sling TV is that it doesn't have everybo's local.
Right,
and it happens to have mine, but it doesn't have everybody's.
Right, and YouTube TV, they used to have it, and then they got rid of it. So I was like, well, I can't do that. So I ended up just going with Fubo. So far, so good. I'm still on my 7-day free trial.
Right.
So far, so good. But that's it for what I'm watching, man.
No more cable for me either.
Yeah.
No.
I got to go turn in my cable boxes this weekend, but all right, time to wrap things up here. We got some shout outs as we normally do. Don't forget to check out the Fig Cave podcast. Phil's doing a brand new thing where he has somebody on his show. I believe we're both going to be on at some point doing our top 5 favorite figs of certain wrestlers.
Ooh.
I'm obviously going to do Ric Flair. DJ's going to do Sting. He just had our friend Dougie Nunya on doing the Macho Man. He did, I think, Ultimate Warrior last week. So check that out. Anywhere you find your podcast, it's the Fig Cave podcast. He's also doing a fantasy football show that's coming soon. I know he just recorded the first episode of it, and then he's got a deal for you over at Collar and Elbow. You can save 10% at Collar and Elbow shirts using the code CAVE. Of course, check out Figure Collection. Shout out to Zach behind the scenes, very silent partner of the Run In podcast, but he does a great job with all his stuff, all the stuff he helps us with. Buy, sell, trade toys, of course. The call up. One thing I forgot to mention. What the?
Somebody's car alarm for a second. I love my neighborhood.
It sounded like a British siren for a second in my headphones. Kenny put out a video on Father's Day, and me and DJ both contributed to it. The Major Brothers are on it. Rory Fox, one of the guys from the Ascension, are on it. So check it out. It's just a Father's Day video. What Father's Day means to you. Check it out. It's on his YouTube channel. The WrestleGeddon podcast coming down the aisle with John Swallow. He's got a new spin-off show as well. Turnbuckle Tavern, buy, sell, trade toys on Instagram. We already mentioned him, but you can use that code RUN10 for 10% off. Heroes Hideout, use the code RUN_IN for 10% off. You can find all our discount codes at runinpod.com. Thanks for Zach helping us out getting that going. And we're getting a Twitch going. We're going to start with a Twitch because Zach was not happy with the way I did the video for the Retro Rumble. But make sure you go buy a t-shirt over at prowrestlingtees.com/runinpod.
The pod.
That's right. Subscribe on YouTube, youtube.com/runinpodcast. Show us that you're subscribed and be entered to win the Keith Lee Elite from Buy, Sell, Trade Toys this week. And also make sure you are following us on Instagram.
And make sure you're liking all the videos too. Subscribe and seriously, that supports. Trust me. It's all stupid stuff, but it all helps. It all helps. You can follow the show on Twitter at Run In Podcast. You can follow on Instagram at the Run In Pod. I'm Tommy Paradise, PARRODICE on both. DJ. Man, on Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter. Fig Knight 27, FIGKNIGHT 27. I am still waiting for LA Knight to send me my check.
All right, guys. Thanks again for listening. Remember, DJ's on vacation next week, but we got a great watch-along episode for you. It's going to be a good time. Make sure you tune in for that. Thank you guys for listening. This has been yet another episode of the Run In Podcast. Good night.